A lot of you might be scared that you're going to get into helium mining way too late. A lot of you might be scared that you're going to get your miners and then helium mining is going to be kaput. A lot of you are also thinking that your area just might not be good enough. Problem with helium is we have a lot of haters right now that are knocking and throwing some shade at the platform. And you know what we say to haters? We put one big middle finger in the air and we go, pfft.
Nerdy dude stuff.
Today's beer of the day is brought to you by Rogue Brewing. This is a Colossal Claude, an Imperial IPA, 8.2 ABV, and this is brewed with Cascade, Chinook, Citra, and Strata hops. There's no fruit squished into this thing, and they rely on some of the citrus aroma and taste on the Citra hops, obviously. But they have a nice, strong, woodsy, piney taste coming from the Cascade and Chinook hops. Cheers to you guys. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, helium mining, and all that good stuff. If this is the first time that you have stumbled across my channel in a drunken blaze of glory, please consider gently turning that bell notification on as we post videos weekly and we do a live stream every Monday. For those of you that tuned into the live stream yesterday, thank you very, very much. All your super chats were greatly appreciated. I do enjoy streaming and pulling up your helium miners to give you advice, to rate your setup, to see where we can improve, to see where we can get better. Sorry if I can't get to each and every single one of you. We hit record numbers on the stream with 136 viewers at one time with over 170 likes, and the comments just come in. We all know that I have a couple of beers here and there, and I do stumble through, but show up for the next stream, and maybe we can definitely get to your miner and rate your setup. Now, speaking of helium mining, a lot of people are sitting here saying that, the miners are taking 6 months to come in. Am I missing the bus? Am I going to be too late? Do I have to make sure I jump on the next train, which is the aware? Our score is pretty low. Look at that, 79 right now. Oh, well. We'll have updates on this here within the week, the element awares, and when we can attach them to our Type 4 licenses, start earning those planet tokens. But we want to talk about helium today because many people are concerned that their miners are going to come in too late and they're not going to be able to get on the helium train. But I have actual proof, which we did this on stream yesterday, and I wanted to make sure I gave a nice meat and potato video on it, that no, it's not terribly too late. If you're in a setting like mine, one little change, one little minor addition with someone that probably watches the channel, hopefully watches the channel, listen to the setup, can do to improve your numbers. And I say that because today I have hit the highest numbers on one miner in the past 24 hours that I've seen before. Other people have monstrous numbers, and they're great because they're located in cities or on the outskirts of cities, or they have monster directional antennas pointing out to these clusters in these cities. But I am in a very big open area with not a lot of miners in the area, and we have just seen the importance of one or two miners pop up to increase our rewards. So let's jump over and take a look because I'm so excited because our growth and our helium earning is going through the moon. So let's jump over. Just to give you a quick recap on our setup, we only have two miners. We have one here located at this house, and then we have another miner about 2.3 kilometers away at my in-laws' house. The miner here at this house is up in my attic. It's about 25 feet in the air, attached to a post, shooting out a 5.8 dBi signal. Omnidirectional. Link in the description if you want to get that antenna. I should pull it up on screen here in just a moment. And then also at my in-laws' house, we have that same 5.8 rack antenna, omnidirectional, posted outside. The reason why I think we're not getting as much numbers there is because A, it's a little bit lower at about 3 meters in the air, about 12 feet or so in the air, and it's also slightly tilted. So we need to make sure we get that bad boy level to get signal out everywhere else. These are those two antennas that I have, that rack 5.8 fiberglass antenna with all the changes coming with like the PRC V11 and all that stuff and the US radio currents and airwaves and regulations and blah, blah, blah. These ones are perfectly fine. You can get them in the link in the description of this video. I believe you save 5% off. So if you grab them, don't worry about it. If your setup is just like mine, or your situation with where you live and where your antenna and your miners are going to be is just like mine, these are the ones that you're going to want to grab. So now let's take a look at some of the results that we have. First, we have our total account here in the past 24 hours. These are my highest numbers in the past 24 hours. It was over 1.0 earlier, and hopefully we're going to clear that again. But in the past 24 hours, we have mined one full helium. You guys might think that's nothing, especially if you're pulling 2, 3, 4, 5 helium per miner alone, where I'm only pulling 1 helium for 2 miners. But my goal has always been to at least get the setup to talk back and forth to get half a helium a day between 2 miners. So we've got our miner right here, and we've got our miner right here, and our goal has always been to get these two to go back and forth. The last witness case that we've had, they have not talked to each other, but this miner just had 2 witnesses around 10:30 to 11:30, and then 12:30 to 1:30, and it was pinging across to this guy, whereas this one down here has been, let's see if they talk to each other. Yep, I guess he's doing the same thing. The witnessing seems a little off at the moment. I don't know why it's not pulling up my miner. It's doing that situation. But the whole goal was to have those two bounce off each other. And you can see that miner, when the screen just switched, was making out of that 1 helium today for the past 24 hours, has made 0.127 of it. Let's go back here. There we go. All right, now they're going back. Now the witnessing is starting to look good again. They are synced, and in the past 30 days, there we go. So see, we have our 2 miners bouncing off each other. Now, this miner right here just got the witness from this one down here, so maybe this individual finally got theirs going, and they're going to start bouncing off each other, because if you look in my area, we've got some nice setups with the miners around us, but a lot of these people don't have their setup in like the optimal way that they should. So if we pull up this miner here, which is the one that we're currently located in our garage and our attic, you can see that, all right, this is what I wanted to see. This is why I did a refresh on the page. You can see that my miners are bouncing off each other right here, and then I think one of my viewers and subscribers was a neighbor. They put their miner up right next to me, and then this miner just popped up a few days ago, and since they have popped up, they have been constantly witnessing my miner as well. So since they popped up, let's go into our main account. My numbers have gone up better, not like insane like other people where you're making like, you know, whenever someone on the stream shows me their miner and they say, oh, look at my miner and I've made like 18 helium in 30 days or like, you know, 25 helium in 30 days. Honestly, there's nothing you're gonna have that you can learn from me, but thank you very much for watching. Whereas if you look at mine, in the past 30 days, I've earned 10 helium. As Bobcat miners, we did have a week of crap in the middle there, but pretty much the day that this miner was installed, our numbers started jumping up really well. We said we always want to make at least half a helium a day. So after that recovery, when they finally updated the OTA for the Bobcat miners, we got 0.13, but then we jumped up to 0.57 the next day, which was awesome, and then 0.43, and then we dipped it back down to 0.21, then we jumped up to 0.5, dropped down to 0.25, 0.16. So it was slower days, but then we got 0.4, 0.53, 0.56, and now we're up to 1. So in the past 7 days, our numbers have gone up. In the past 7 days alone, shut up, Copper! In the past 7 days alone, we have made 3.38 helium, and that's big numbers for us. For you guys, maybe not so much. For me, in this setting, look, we are out almost in the middle of nowhere without any miners around us. We have made 3.38 helium in the past 7 days since that miner got added. So let's take a look at them. They had just gotten started. Wait for this to pull up. Spammers, no thank you. All right, so in the past 24 hours, because they have gotten everything set up and they're bouncing off of my miner here, they've made 0.14. In the past 7 days, they had just gotten started. Yeah, so they just got started on the 22nd, and it looks like they got synced and ready to go on the 23rd. They're making about 0.1 helium a day, a little bit more on yesterday, and then they're already up to 0.14 today. Just bouncing off of my brief taupe fox, and that's 3.3 kilometers away. They have an 8 dBi 43 meters up in the air. So that can potentially show you, and you could see on their 30-day chart when they had gotten started, and since they had gotten started, they are bouncing off of my miner. So we want to probably work on seeing how we can get them to also bounce off my miner down here, and I think that's only because I need to get the antenna from leaning like this to straight up in the air, just because of the antenna mount thing. Thank you. The mount thing that I have is kind of like awkward little thing like this, and I can't get it up anymore, so I might have to get a new one, because it's like so this is the wall, and I can adjust it like this, like so it can go all the way down, but I can only get it to like here, and then my antenna is obviously mounted to it going up that way, and if I could just get it bent more, which I can't, then that's the problem I'm having there. But long story short, the most significant thing is that this individual just got added to my little area in the past 4 or 5 days, and we've already seen an awesome increase in helium mining rewards on our one main miner. And now, I'm going to show you the importance of a good setup, because this guy has only been mining for the past, we're going to say, what is it, 28th? So this guy's only been mining for the past 5 days. These miners down here started the day that I started, and for 30 days, they've made 0.49, whereas this guy in 5 days has already made 0.63. This one right here, in the past 30 days, 0.42. Again, set 5 days, 0.63. This guy right here, he's made in the past 30 days, I don't know why we're not getting off of each other enough, but 0.57, and his total lifetime has been significantly much better. And I'm not going to pull that up on screen, but he's made a lot more in the past 30 days than these two have, just because of his setup as well. And he's actually witnessed, and my stuff witnesses his, so maybe because we're so close they witness each other very well, and maybe he has to get his up a little bit higher to get more witnessing out around the corner, but at least his is bouncing off mine, and he's taking some profit as well. These guys down here, none, because I think he's like offline. Yep, his is offline, so I don't know why you'd spend the money on a helium miner, not get it online. Where am I? Right here. And they have 2 inside of 1 hexagon, so they're just losing money. In the past 30 days, 0.3, and that's only $5.70 right now. This miner got a new witness, so let's see what that witness was. See, this one in the past 30 days has made 4 helium. That's one of mine. All right, so this is one of our new witnesses, one of these guys down in here. Who is witnessing us? Let's go back. Let's go back and find out. Come on, here we go. Oblong Golden Caribou. So 8.3 kilometers away down that hex down there. They're at 50 because they have 3 in that hex. This guy looks like he just got started in the past 30 days, or he got turned it back online. And you can see that his setting is probably decent because he's bouncing off of my miner as well. Let's see his witnesses. Yeah, so he's bouncing off of my miner as well. So if Oblong Goldenrod Caribou is a subscriber and a viewer of the videos, if Keen Daffodil Bird, which you've made a comment before, is a subscriber and watcher of the videos, but most importantly, if Itchy Ceramic Beetle is a subscriber and watcher of the videos, good on you guys. Awesome. Congratulations. I hope you guys have more coming in the mail, and we can set everything up around in the area, and we could take over Davenport, Claremont, Four Corners, and we can make some stupid helium like these boogers up here in Orlando. Also, if you 3 are in the area and you didn't come to the meetup event last week, tisk, shame on you. It's right up the road from you. So very happy that this one miner gets added to the network, and you see the exponential jump in my earnings in the past 30 days just because they joined in. And I'm still hitting this guy across the lake, which is awesome. I keep hitting him nonstop. He's like 43 kilometers away. It's the first time I'm really getting anyone there. But you can see, since that miner was added on the 23rd, that our jump was just monstrous with that one miner. So the better your setup, some of my advice that you take, even though that I'm not making monstrous numbers like, Voscoin, who don't listen to his setup. If he says put your miner up in an attic next to a window, do not put it next to a window. Get it up, out and about. Join us for the live stream. We'll talk about your settings, and we'll go from there as well. Anywho, that's going to do it for me today, guys. If you appreciate the content, please consider subscribing, turn on the bell notification. Any questions, comments, or concerns, reach out to me on Telegram, Twitter, or Discord, preferably Discord. Link is in the description of this video. If you guys want, I respond as fast as possible. Just at me. Don't be upset if I don't respond right away. I get stuck with work, so on and so forth. Other than that, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the bell notification. All that good stuff. I'm O'Price. We'll see you guys next time. Uck you, haters. I know the beer thing isn't really necessarily for everyone, but that's just kind of my shtick, and it's just who I am. And I'm not trying to sell you guys any beer, but one of my subscribers did ask me where I get so many different unique and fun beers, and this is where I get it. It's from Beer Drop. My wife got this for me as a subscription for my birthday. It's essentially a box that comes once a month. You select the style of beer that you enjoy. You add it to your drop list. You can change your subscription level tiers based on how much beer you want to get each month. Right now, I only get 5 beers, but I get 2 of each. And if you want to join, you can save yourself $10 by using the link in the description. So I'm not trying to sell you any beer, promote alcoholism, drink responsibly, but I want you guys to have free beer. I want free beer. Link in the description. I'll see you guys soon.